G'day everybody, welcome back to Starfield. Hope you guys are doing well. We've just come back from the well, and we've also just come back from a bit of an expedition to find a couple of new artifacts requested by Constellation. Now, we do need to turn in those artifacts as part of the main story here, but I did actually forget to pick up these posters from Oval Romac, who is the bartender on the Den. And I sort of want to do that quest line, so let's go back to the Den and see if we can just quickly pick up these posters, and then we'll head back to New Atlantis, go back into the well, hang those posters up, and then hopefully get paid as a result of doing so. Now there are a couple of maybe UC pilots or something like that here in the Den who we didn't really speak to last time, mostly because they were actually sleeping when we wanted to talk to them. So I decided to just leave them, but maybe they might be awake now. Maybe we can have a chat with them, perhaps. Here we go. Ve Victus, a true United Colonies hero. Alright, let's grab these posters, and we could just leave immediately now, but I'm sort of interested in having a chat with the people that we can chat to. Yeah, okay, so there's this guy.
Time before I get promoted out of here.
Bastian Graf. Oh. Vasco.
How can I be of service, Captain?
You can go back to the ship.
My presence in the future.
Yep. Alright, see ya, Vasco. Just, yeah. Mind your head, arms, and everything as you go back. Alright, Bastian.
I am, hands down, the best pilot in this dump. Don't let anyone tell you different.
How'd you get assigned to the Den?
What does it matter? I'm gonna be out of here before you can blink, and this will all be behind me. That reporter didn't put you up to this, did he? I already told him. It was a misunderstanding. An accident. My flight record was spotless otherwise.
You like flying for the Vanguard?
You kidding? It's what I was born to do. Wait, I mean flying is what I was born to do. This Vanguard thing? Temporary. Only a matter of time before I get called up to the Navy. Before you know it, I'll be a captain. No, wait. Admiral. Yeah.
Okay, this guy is full of himself, really. You seem pretty confident about your abilities as a pilot.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I be? Oh, right. You haven't seen me fly. If you had, you'd know how good I am.
I find that those who are truly skilled rarely need to advertise it.
What? I'm not advertising anything. I'm a pilot. For the Vanguard. Are you even paying attention? I'd offer to let you fly along on my next mission, but, oh, man, I nearly forgot. Listen, I need a favor. I've got an application in for a promotion in the Vanguard, but I haven't heard anything back. It's been a while. Their reply must have gotten lost along the way. It happens. We're really far from New Atlantis. Anyway, would you mind going there and following up for me?
Okay, do we really want to be an errand boy for this guy? Shouldn't you be the one checking on this?
Yeah, I mean, probably, but you know how it goes. I leave here and then something terrible happens and I have all this guilt because I wasn't here to save everyone.
Alright, sure. We'll check for you. We'll be right back.
Just like that? Wow, that's great! I'm not gonna forget that you're doing this for me. This is just the start of my climb up the ranks. You'll see. Okay, you're gonna want to talk to Commander Tuala. I'm sure he's aware of me because I've sent him a few messages now. Just bring back whatever message for me so I can get out of here, okay? Really appreciate it.
Cool, alright. Well,
Okay,
we know
then.
Commander Tuala, so we can have a chat with him.
I know we're not a priority for the Vanguard or the UC, but it's still space worth protecting.
Yeah, Reyna seems a lot level-headed and a lot more reasonable.
Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome to the den. Reyna Marquez. I head up the Vanguard station here. Good to see another Vanguard pilot. You assigned here, or just passing through?
I'm just taking a look around.
Right. Okay. Good. Was afraid I'd gotten another transfer without any warning. Nothing against you personally, of course. I'd just like to know who I'm responsible for before they show up on my doorstep. You need anything? Say the word. We're short on luxuries here, but for a fellow Vanguard, I'll do what I can to help.
Has the Vanguard always used this as a base of operations?
Oh gosh, no. Vanguard wasn't even a thought back when this place was first built. The den, the original den, mind you, got blown up during the Serpent's Crusade. UC Navy immediately rebuilt the station, I think largely out of spite. Sometimes I think that's why they keep it operational too. Certainly hasn't had much real purpose since the Colony War ended. I'm glad we have it as a post, and Marcel and the Trade Authority do some decent business, which I try very hard not to pay attention to. But the station has never recaptured that old glory. Don't think it ever will, really.
You see a lot of action out here?
Might be counterintuitive, but no. No, we don't. It's pretty quiet, and some of us deal with that better than others. We get the occasional distress call, sometimes Varun stirs up trouble, but there's a lot of downtime. I'm not complaining, but others, like Bastion there, it's not what he was expecting. Certainly not what he wanted.
So I guess the den is located near the fringes of UC territory and quite close to the Varun. So what does the Vanguard do out here?
The same thing we do everywhere else. Fill in the gaps for the UC Navy. Help keep the settled systems peaceful and safe. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge all the way out here, but we try our best. I wouldn't mind a little more support from New Atlantis, but I know things are tough all over.
Alright, cool.
Take care.
No new missions from her. That's alright. We got another side quest there. We can check in on it while we're in New Atlantis. We've got a few things to do there now, so let's get a move on.
Ship's detached.
Okay, so winning hearts and minds. Let's get back to New Atlantis. We might actually get to the spaceport right away here. And from there we should be able to just make our way back into the well.
So,
Okay.
what's the point?
Put up the posters in the well. Okay.
This
Strange, we've ended up here in the commercial district. Yeah, I'm finding that the whole fast travel thing isn't very consistent. I think I may have mentioned this before, but it really depends on where you're traveling from and where you're traveling to. Whoops. Alright, didn't want to pull out my weapon there. Okay, posters. So, looks like we have 3 different locations to put up posters. Let's hope we don't actually get into trouble by putting up these posters, but there we go. There we go. So I guess we just need to go back to the den and actually speak to the bartender Tell him that the job's done. While we're here, though, it's probably a good idea for us to check in on Commander Chuala and see if we can figure out what's going on with the transfer application, I think, for old mate. Or perhaps maybe it's an application for a promotion of some sort. I don't really think he deserves to be promoted, to be honest, so we'll see what kind of conversation we're going to have here. I'm not entirely sure I would recommend this person. We're just doing him a bit of a favor and asking him, you know, why he hasn't responded. John.
Captain, Admiral Logan informed me of your part in halting the attacks. Whole damn city owes you. Now, what do you need?
Bastian Graf wanted me to talk to you.
Okay, didn't see that one coming. No need to say any more. I know what it's about. He's convinced he deserves a promotion, which to him means a transfer, a command post, maybe a new ship and a big office. Do you know him well? What do you think of him?
Yeah, he comes off as a little arrogant.
Not the first time I've heard that. Clearly patience isn't his strong suit. I thought the constant stream of messages was a bit much, but if he's gonna be sending people here... Alright, I received some good advice from someone in the Vanguard recently, and I'm gonna run with it. I'd like you to deliver this message to Bastion on my behalf, the full authority of Vanguard leadership. He's gonna be the first and only recipient of a new commendation. Quite an honor. I hope he appreciates it. Please, give him my regards.
What? Okay, so he is getting a promotion, or... Well, he's getting a commendation. I don't know if that's exactly the same thing. But anyway, we'll do that on the way when we need to go see that bartender about the posters. For now, let's actually turn in all of these artifacts that we've gathered. Alright. Back to the lodge. So let's turn these things in.
Look at how far we've come. It's all becoming so overwhelming. The Starborn, the artifact visions, the music. Is it all worth it?
Mateo, are you having a crisis of faith? You?
What if the Starborn are right? What if our hunt for the artifacts is a fool's errand, doomed to failure and catastrophe?
You think we're doing the wrong thing? We just want answers. Isn't that why we all joined in the first place? The noble quest of discovery?
Should I take the middle ground here? I kind of think Noel's right. We can't abandon who we are now.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame either of you. Blame the workings of a worried mind. I just hope that this journey doesn't turn us into something that we wouldn't recognize from where we are now.
Hate to interrupt, but I have a favor to ask. Lot of equipment on the Eye has reached the span's end. If we're going to find more artifacts further out, we need work done. Got the nods and signs from Sarah and Walter for the materials, but I need hands.
What kind of repairs?
Console parts, replacement wires that have burned out, Some fixes to the intercom between the station and the lodge.
Okay, well, happy to help. I'll head up to the eye.
Won't be going alone. Need more than just the you and I. Asked around. A few constellations are already on their way up.
Okay, cool. So a few people are going up to the eye. I smell some trouble on the horizon here. I feel like we're going to be attacked when we eventually go there. But before we continue further with the Constellations questline, though, I think it's time we go back to being a bit of a swashbuckler. Space swashbuckler. So let's get some shut-eye. And I think we'll go back to the ship, quickly change into our pirate gear, and yeah, let's see what's next in terms of finding Crix's legacy. Okay, how are we doing for weight here? Okay, that's not looking good at all. Probably a whole bunch of stuff that we don't really need to be carrying. Maybe even weapons and stuff that we don't need. $51.87. This is definitely very powerful, isn't it? We should try and get rid of a few things. Yeah, gotta get rid of these as well. Actually, let me go back to that regulator. $81 versus 150. Okay. I guess suppressing weapons might actually reduce a lot of the damage. I was thinking of whether or not we should swap out to it, but anyway, let's get back to Starport. Okay, so, let's grab our pirate spacesuit. And I guess we don't exactly have a pirate helmet, which is a shame, but that's okay. We are using a separate helmet anyway. In fact, if I find another pirate helmet, I might actually steal that. We'll see how we go. So let's swap things out for a second. Okay, looks good. And let's just quickly store stuff. So UC Vanguard is 96 physical. Yeah, okay. Definitely still a lot better than that one. Alright, let's just quickly visit the kiosk. we'll sell what we can, which is probably not too much.
Anything you need to offload? Trade authorities
All right.
always buy.
Very good. And now I do want to go back to the den. We'll quickly complete these 2 quest lines and then we'll head to the key. Actually, before we head to the key, we've got some evidence for Lieutenant Toft, so let's actually go to the Vigilance.
Hello, Captain.
Alright, first things first is let's have a chat with the bartender.
Oh, hey, don't look at me. I'm just here for the liquor and the, occasional odd job or whatever.
How come talking about history makes people so uncomfortable? You get those posters up. People will notice, trust me. Here's the credits, as promised. The United Colonies thanks you.
Cheers, mate.
Long live the UC.
Easy 2,500 creds.
What? Oh, sorry.
And, yeah, we've got to find that pilot again. Hopefully he's hanging around here.
Only a matter of time before I get promoted out of here. You look like you've got news. It better be good news. Okay, come on. Don't keep me in suspense. When do I ship out?
Oh, the news is even better than that.
What? How could it be better? Oh, come on. Quit messing with me and just tell me already.
Congratulations, you're being awarded a special commendation.
Wow, really? Let's see. Unique in the history of the Vanguard. That's good, right? Okay. Okay, finally some real recognition. Thanks for doing the legwork here. I'm not gonna forget that you helped me out. And someday, when I'm running the Vanguard, I'm gonna make sure you get paid big time. For now, though, my account's a little light, so this is the best I can do. But really, I mean it. I'm gonna remember this.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything to that and whether or not we could get paid even more later on down the track, but anyway, he seems pretty happy, but he's not shipping out exactly, so I don't know how happy he is exactly. Okay, so next is burden of proof, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now, I do want to check if there are any new prisoners that we can actually talk to in the brig, because the game seems to indicate that we should be coming to the brig very often to check back. But we have done that a few times and, You know, that didn't exactly give us any new options or new people to talk to. Let's see. No one new. Oh, I guess there's maybe a couple of people here. Larry Dombrovsky, yes. This guy.
Salutations. I assume you're here to commemorate my terrible misfortune?
I assume you mean the fact that you incriminated yourself with audio recording?
Ah, yes, the infamous evidence that you procured. Bravo, detective. Allow me to congratulate you on your sleuthing skills. That recording was quite a find. I must admit that I was short-sighted when it came to Ms. Swift's ingenuity. I shall not make that same mistake twice.
I'm here to catch up on old times.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, as much as I detest being the bearer of bad news, I have to disclose that you're wasting your time. You see, this imprisonment is merely an insignificant hindrance. I don't foresee being incarcerated in perpetuity. In fact, I would wager that my legal team will have my release expedited within the month.
How's your legal team possibly going to get you out of this mess?
I only had the time to explain the wondrous loopholes of the UC's justice system. Do you honestly think that I'd embark on an endeavor with Miss Swift and Mr. Vera without a legal exit strategy at my disposal? I can assure you, I won't be imprisoned aboard the Vigilance for an inordinately extended period of time.
Well, I don't know. I very much doubt that. But I wonder if we can do anything to make sure that he's imprisoned for longer.
Oh, I assure you I'm speaking the truth. But there's no call for disappointment. Due to your actions, my tenure with Galbank has been terminated and several million credits in fines are being levied against me. The day is yours, Agent. You should be proud.
You're taking all of this remarkably well.
Well, why shouldn't I? I was bested by your actions, therefore I should suffer the consequences. There's no need for me to dwell on the past. Well, enough idle banter. I've taken up more than my share of your valuable time. Honestly, this interaction has been quite pleasurable. Do feel free to stop by and gloat at any time. Good day.
Noted. Noted. Good sir. Alright. I did see someone else before, but that could be someone that we've already spoken to, right? Brokov.
There you are. I was wondering when you'd visit. Should give us a little time to catch up.
Yes, okay. Rokov was the guy that helped us on the Starliner. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
Oh, no sarcasm here. There's simply no reason to rant about what's happened. Thanks to my own stupidity, my second chance to return to the Crimson Fleet is long gone. And by the time I get out of prison, any hopes I had to return to that life will have fully disappeared.
You would have been better off remaining a Starliner captain.
Yes, well, apparently that's off the table as well. Trident tends to shy away from rehiring convicted felons. Well, anyway, glad you popped by to say hello. Now, if you wouldn't mind letting an old man get his rest, I'd appreciate it.
Mind if I ask you about your arrest?
After getting set up on the key, I traveled to a few settlements to find a base of operations. I was looking for a place that would allow me to pick up information about juicy shipments for the fleet to jump on. When I stopped at Gagarin, Sysdef was on the ground waiting for me instead of that contact I was expecting to meet. Your friend Toft really pulled the wool over my eyes.
I assume Trident is pressing charges?
Oh yes, quite aggressively. The illegal team will very likely grind me into the dirt, and there isn't much I can do about it. The amusing thing is, I don't even think they care very much that the heist went down on their ship. That's a given risk for them. I think they're more embarrassed I was able to gain the position as captain of the Siren under false pretenses in the first place.
I did you a favor putting you in here, cause Sysdef's taking down the Crimson Fleet.
So you're saying I should be happy that you took me out of the line of fire? I have to confess, I never thought of it that way. Last thing I intended to do with my life was go out in a blaze of glory on Neva or Delgado's behalf. But at the same time, my freedom's gone, so I'm not exactly popping the cap off the vodka bottle and celebrating either.
Cool.
That's the last time I trust anyone ever again.
Well, I guess we're at fault for that, but anyone in his position would probably have some trust issues. Righto, so we do have evidence. Now, as far as I remember, the evidence that we have is against Neva, right? So I'm a little bit afraid here, guys, that if we turn this in, Neva might be captured the next time we go back to the key, and we might not actually be able to pursue more of the Crimson Fleet missions, because, you know, the next part really is going to be with Neva and, you know, tracking down Crix's legacy. But anyway, let's have a chat with Lieutenant Toft, and if we need to reload a previous save, then we'll do that.
This mission is going to require discretion on a number of fronts.
Ah yes, we're looking for that comm spike, aren't we? What can you tell me about the comm spike?
I know as much as you do. I wasn't briefed on this particular device. But if the fleet wants to trace the Legacy's transponder signal, they'll need something beyond the decryption tech we have currently. If such a device exists, it's likely being developed by the UC.
I have evidence for you.
Good. The more you find, the stronger our case.
Someone on SSNN was saying the Crimson...
Looks like Neva isn't finished with that base on Crete.
I have to hand it to Neva Mora. The lady's thorough. That facility on Crete still holds a good bit of valuable resources and equipment. All right, can't do much with this one except pass it over to the military. Hopefully they stop denying the base's existence and do something about it. That it?
That's all I have for now.
Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. Let me know if you need anything else.
Alright, so Crete, that sounds kind of familiar. I think that could be the Crimson Fleet base that we first attacked when we started the game. So the very, maybe first couple of episodes, potentially. I think that's where we learned a little bit about that Xeno warfare stuff. Okay, so let's track this mission. It's been a while. So the best there is, meet Neva and Jasmine on the key. Technically we did meet them already, but we did sort of cut the interaction short because we were gonna do other stuff. Wow, okay, that ship is huge. I'm gonna see if we can just disable that ship and maybe board it. Very nice. I guess we have no option here but to destroy the ship. I was gonna board it, but...
We sure got those bastards. These punks are trying to collect too soon. You alright over there? You didn't get hurt, did you? Because the bounty on your head gets bigger the longer you live.
Yeah. I thought you actually wanted to help me.
Nah, we just want to keep you alive long enough for the creds to be worth our while. So, you keep that pretty little mug of yours.
We could just destroy these guys right now if we wanted to. I should have just destroyed him and, you know, kept the bigger ship alive to try and board, but anyway. Okay, let's just put a few more into grav drives here. And let's continue our journey.
Collective, please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
I don't think we've been to Sagan before, have we? Anyway, doesn't matter. Need to get ourselves to Crix. And the key, specifically. You know what, guys? I can't remember if we've got a bounty to pay off with the Crimson Fleet. I don't think we do. But I could be wrong. I mean, if we get into trouble as soon as we arrive, we'll just pay the bounty. Hopefully it's not too big.
Hello. Yeah?
Yeah, okay. She seems to be cool with us, so I assume we don't actually have any bounty on us for now.
Is Samina seeing anyone right now? Patience, I mean.
Alright, before we go see Neva, I think it might be a good idea for us to just, you know, do a little bit of trading here and there. There's a few things I want to get rid of.
Kinetics.
And now,
Electromags.
let's get you set up.
Alright, let's sell weapons. So I'm gonna switch out to the Urban Eagle, actually, so we'll leave that. But Yeah, maybe we can get rid of this. And anything else we can get rid of? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of helmets here we've picked up. Don't exactly need all of these. Yeah, so this mercenary space helmet. I think we saw this the previous episode. I mean, it has better stats, but it's not exactly the nicest look.
Nothing's a substitute for
Anyway, I think we'll keep it for the moment. Maybe we'll even switch to it. And yeah, I think that's all the trading that we need to do. Still got a lot of mass here. I think there's probably some resources that we could get rid of.
No, Brett. Sure, I got something to suit.
I'm not gonna sell the resources. I'm just here to just quickly sell some of these throwables. There we go. Much better.
Hi. I'm here if you need me.
Alright, so let's have a chat with Neva and see what
do you got?
is the next step here.
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jemison. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
Premium smuggling routes?
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts. It's the reason we let her join up in the first place. I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to crack some of those places for years.
Should I expect any trouble?
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her.
Sounds like she'll be useful.
I sure hope so. Because she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
If it's in the prototype phase, how do we even know that it's going to work?
We paid good money for the information, so I'm sure it works. And if it doesn't, a certain source at Mast is going to have to deal with a very pissed off Neva. And that would be the end of that. You just bring the tech here, I'll do the rest.
Oh, and one more thing. SY920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it.
How will Juan get me inside the station?
She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan.
Alright, well, let's hope that we don't need to shoot up the place.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Oh, okay. You'll make sure? More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay.
What can you tell me about Juan?
The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants.
If one asks why we need the comm spike, what do I tell her?
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, tell her whatever you want. At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Crix's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, it's inevitable. But until the money's within reach, the less people that know, the better.
Alright, cool.
We'll talk later.
So I guess I should be keeping that information close at hand first. And then we sort of need to make a decision as to whether or not to reveal our intentions with the comm spike. Alright, let's get back to the cockpit. I do have stuff to just unload into storage as well. And then we'll get going back to New Atlantis. Place is pretty empty. I think it's probably because a lot of people are at the Eye, and they're probably just doing stuff there, doing repairs or whatever. That's fine. I'm okay with that. As you guys know by now, I feel like having companions just makes the game a lot more jankier, so the less time we have with companions, the better, I think, for now. Let's drop that in there, and I think I also said that I wanted to move all of these resources. Container is at max capacity. Ah, oh, damn it. Actually, sorry, my bad. No, I don't want to put resources in there, actually. I want to move resources into the actual cargo hold. So let's do that. There we go. And we do have a few things in Azure 1 cargo hold that we could potentially grab and actually sell later on. Yeah, a whole bunch of weapons here. I think I'll grab all of it, and I'll see if I can sell it when we get back to New Atlantis, since we're on the way. I'll probably put the Vanguard pilot pack, though, away, just in case. And all of the apparel. I might wear this synth leather streetwear. It does give us 20 physical resistance. That's actually pretty good. But I figure maybe we just wear that instead of the pirate gear while we're on New Atlantis. I mean, to me, it'd make a lot of sense if, you know, people just started shooting at us for wearing a certain faction's gear, such as the Crimson Fleet, for example. But anyway. Assuming this will take us to the spaceport, I think we should then be able to go and see some traders. The Trade Authority board is probably not going to be good for us to begin with, because I think we've exhausted the credits. Probably still need a few more jumps before the credits will reappear, but I'm gonna go back to I think there's a trading office somewhere here. Oh yeah, we're encumbered as well. We're taking a little bit of damage there. Jemison Mercantile.
I am not a stockbroker.
Hope you're finding everything you need. Oh, please, take a...
Alright, so the heaviest things are going to be...
Oh, please, take a...
spacesuits and the like, and helmets. Let's go in with weapons here. Did I accidentally carry all of the resources from the ship? I feel like I did. My goodness. Alright. Well, that's a problem. It's definitely a problem.
Appreciate the business.
Captain, greetings.
Okay, let's fix this problem. Much better. Much better. Oh, Lord. Alright, Urban Eagle. Let's put that in with slot 4, I reckon. And let's hope that we've actually got quite a bit of ammo for it. Anyway. Let's get ourselves back to the well here.
By the way,
You'll
Captain.
be scanned as you enter the city.
That guy's got some interesting looking hair. Alright, so we're looking for a Juan. That must be her up there. So it's just a matter of figuring out how to get up there. She appears to be talking to nobody.
I take it your neighbor's new recruit?
Don't you mean the new rook?
Ah, you must not be used to pirates being so cordial. But in the heart of New Atlantis, we have to do our best to keep up appearances. I can't afford to be as rough as some of our cohorts. It's bad for business.
And you must be the smuggler.
Careful, the walls have ears. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions.
My assistant will provide you with a list? Let's hear them.
Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
You'll just bail if something happens?
It's not personal. If you're caught, that entire installation will be on you. There's nothing I can do for you at that point, except send flowers to your next of kin.
How loyal are you to the fleet?
Look, I know I don't have a lot of history with the fleet, but I'm putting my reputation and ship on the line for this. That alone should tell you enough.
Alright. Well, we got it. We'll try and be stealthy as much as we can anyway. We don't exactly have very good stealth skills.
Good. Then we have a deal. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please.
Alright. Sounds like it might be pretty tough. I'd like to know who I'm working with. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'd like to, but I need to keep a low profile. In my experience, the more people know about you, the more they have over you.
It'll help with the mission to know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
True, but silence is a powerful thing. I find the best way to get to know someone is to watch them work. Talking just muddies the picture. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk. Delgado's crew aren't usually so chatty. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We can swap bar stories and share scars when we've got enough creds to buy the bar and fix the scars.
So how often do you dock at this station?
Enough to be on a first-name basis with the Marines working the comms. It also helps they want us to dock. A cargo ship means supplies, special requests, slates from home. In the void of space, a cargo hauler is a soldier's best friend.
How much do you know about the job?
Only what I've been told. Get you on the SY-920, get you out if I can. That being said, I can be a better guide if I know what it is we're after. So, it's up to you.
I don't know how much info we should reveal initially here. Let's just say initially that she doesn't need to know the details.
Fine by me. If this goes bad, the less I know, the better. And if I do get caught, there'll be nothing to confess to.
Alright, cool.
We'll talk more on the ship.
I'm not much for prayer. Tried it once, didn't stick. But maybe it's like tape.
and I was just on the wrong side.
Again, I just feel like this game needs to get better at, you know, establishing boundaries. NPC boundaries, that is. Everyone seems to want to talk to us about every little thing. I know it's the way that the game introduces characters and, you know, like side quests and the like, but I don't know, I feel like it could do a much better job at, you know, doing that. It just feels immersion breaking when random people start talking to you about random stuff. But anyway, we do need to board this ship. Now, from what I'm getting, the mission may not allow us to leave once we board the smuggler's ship, which means that we need to be prepared. But I think we're as prepared as we can be, right? We've got the Crimson Fleet spacesuit on already. That'll give us some level of resistances from damage and all that sort of stuff. So we've got all the weapons that we want to use. So I think we're ready. I mean, aid is aid. We've got plenty of med packs and stuff, I assume. Actually, let's just quickly check that. 76 med packs, yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, let's see if we can find our way to our ship. And I think in the next episode we will board and we'll get the mission underway, guys. Hopefully it's going to be doable in terms of, you know, some of the stealthy sections here, but I'm a little bit concerned that we'll make enemies of the UC as a result of following this mission, and I guess if so, we could just pay bounties as well, but I don't know, I want to try my best to not be discovered trying to steal this comlink. Might be a tall order though. Anyway guys, I am signing out. Leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.